Hey everybody, welcome back to Champion Sons and our College Football 27 Team Builder Dynasty Series here with the Lumberjacks of Stephen F. Austin. And we've got a heck of an episode for y'all today as we look to start conference play out with our first Sun Belt Conference game ever, so it should be a good one. Now, welcome back to the channel for those y'all returning, and welcome if you are new here to Champion Sons. Now, before we jump into this first game, we got to take a look at our recruiting because, one thing that we started doing is adding NIL money, right? And a part of me says, I think NIL is going to have, I want to say, a larger effect for the most part. It's going to be interesting because you see Teamer, we're going to be battling with Kansas State for them. I think right now, with as little as we're able to offer guys, it's going to be interesting to see how the landscape does shape out, right? Because we're still real early in the recruiting process. We don't have hardly any hours. And some of these guys, you hit a max of like 10 as their NIL expectation, which I get, that's fine. But I don't know how that's going to play out. It says maybe later on they might be out asking for more, but this amount is so low. What is that impact going to be? Are we going to have more NIL capability by the time they do ask for it? I don't know. As much as I think I want to make sure to give them a deal to try to get these guys that we want to get, especially some of these two-star guys. That's our main target for this recruiting go-round are these two-star players if we can get them. Now, expected NIL being 5, move it up to 10. See what kind of impact that has. A lot of these guys, we are first on their board, on their interest level. We're in the top 5. I don't know how much faster that's going to speed it up. It's going to be interesting to see, but we are going through and adding in and trying to update some of these NIL offers if we can. It's just going to be kind of interesting to see how it goes, especially with limited hours. And you see somebody like Vinzel Branham, we did offer the scholarship, but all we put in was the 5 points. We moved up from 10th to 7th on his interest. So it obviously, I think in reality, it's probably a greater impact than ours recruiting, right? But I'm going to be interested to see how this plays out for the rest of the season. We're still just so new into it. Haven't figured out all the quirks of it, so it's going to be interesting to see. Now let's go ahead and jump into our first Sun Belt Conference game. We're 1-2 on the year, coming off a loss to North Texas previously at home, so hopefully we can bounce back in this one. Now, with our first offensive possession of the game, facing a 2nd and 9 on the plus side of the field at the 43. Get that one over to Daniels, who has a big hole open up, and that's good to see that our line is actually able to put up some decent blocks on that one. I have a feeling it's probably more to the caliber of the team we're playing than anything else, but I'm glad to see it. Now on a 3rd and inches, going to be in a shotgun, 4 wide set, but our tight end Tramer's in the slot right. Daniels is in the backfield. Has the snap in hand, clean pocket, fires it deep down the right side on a 3rd and short. He takes the top off all the way to the end zone to Claiborne. Touchdown Lumberjacks. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Did not see that one coming. We went 4 wide on a 3rd and inches, and it looks like they had come up to play pretty close, thinking most likely a run, and it just so happened to be taken over the top on them, and Claiborne comes down with the catch in the end zone, and that's going to give us an early lead. Now, Southern Miss would tie it up, so here we come right back at them once again, trying to get some momentum going our way as we hand that one off to Daniels, and he only gets about a couple yards. We are at the 28-yard line on the Golden Eagles side, so hopefully we can, punch this thing in and get some additional points and retake the lead again. 2nd and 8, Roper claps his hands, has the snap, and he's going to take off up the middle, bounces off a lineman, and keeps fighting his way forward, picks up 6 yards on 2nd and 8 to make it 3rd and 2. 3rd and real manageable, that's what you definitely need to have happen. So coming out 4 wide once again. Daniels offset to the left side this time. Roper has the snap in hand, drops off a screen pass to Daniels. He's got blockers in front of him. He's following him. Great pickup there by Kipper, and Daniels takes it into the end zone. Touchdown Lumberjacks. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. As Taylor Kipper applied that last block for him right there around the goal line. That was everything he absolutely needed to really walk that thing into the end zone. And also great blocking by the lineman down the field. That was just fantastic to see. You see one guy get taken out, boom, another one taken out of the play, and then Kipper gets a final block, and that seals up the touchdown for us, and that'll extend out our lead. Now, after forcing a 3 and out, here we come right back at him. From the 43-yard line on our own side, Roper takes off up the middle. He's got plenty of space, and he slides down. Wisely slides down. He's been known to fumble every now and then when he takes a hit, so I'm glad to see him smartening up and hit the turf whenever he's got the yardage that he needs. 1st and 10. Now from the 45, Roper has the snap, hands off Daniels up the middle, hole opens up, cuts it back out to the left side. Daniels has got space at the 15. No one's going to get him. 10-5, touchdown Lumberjacks. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. One through the air, now one on the ground. Daniels punches that one in. That's going to give us a 2-score lead, 21-7 here at home early in this game. And that was a big-time play there, a long run, the longest of the season so far. Actually, technically against the Sentinels, I guess, was the longest of the season, but that one's in damn close competition to it. So, now later in the second quarter, after we both put up field goals, and it's 24-10, still a 2-score ball game. They hand that one off up the middle. He gets brought down by Pfeiffer. Not a whole lot of space, but they do pick up 5 yards. So here they come back out, going in the hurry-up in the shotgun formation, switching things up. Has the snap in hand, hands it off, going to the right side. Running back bounces off one tackler, then is brought down once again relatively quickly, and it's 3rd and 2. So defense trying to make a stand here in the second quarter. They clap, hand it off up the middle. Pfeiffer comes shooting through, and that's going to be stopped for a loss. And they would be forced to punt, but now we got to trade punts with them, and here they come right back at us, because why not? 5 minutes to go in the second. On the option, keeper gets hit and brought down by Lincoln. He did not fall for that one. He maintained his responsibility. 2nd and 11 now. They clap their hands, has a snap back. Clean pocket. Pressure gets there, and he's going to be blasted as he throws it, and it falls incomplete. That was a hell of a play there as Hampton comes through with the incomplete pass. So here they come back out in a shotgun. 3 wide set. Has the snap, quick throw to the left side, and no one's going. Oh, he bounces, breaks off the tackle, but he's not going to get away from everybody, and he is brought down, and that's going to result in a field goal opportunity for Southern Miss. Ooh, close times. We're almost getting to the quarterback. We're just a split second too late, though. Need to be just a little bit quicker. And we jump off sides on that one, and they put the kick up. It's 4th and 11, so I'm pretty sure they're just going to keep the points. And let's see, offsides, obviously. And they are going to accept it. Or not accept it, but they'll take the points. All right, 24-13. Here comes the ensuing kickoff. They boot that one up. Gainwell looks like he's going to be able to return it. Has it, takes it up the middle. Has an opening. Gainwell with space in front of him. Gainwell on the move. No one's going to get him. He's at the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown Lumberjacks. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Gainwell on the return for the touchdown. Found the lane, and there's really good blocking, actually. Found that lane and took it up the middle. And there was no one going to catch him after that point. They got close, it looks like, but they didn't get close enough. So we will lead now 31-13. Here comes back Southern Miss. Fires over the middle, hits a receiver for a long play, gets past one tackler, brought down at about the 43, 44-yard line. And that's going to be 1st and 10 Golden Eagles here as they're now in plus territory. 31-13 coming to the end of the second quarter, 3.5 minutes remaining. Hampton looks over the defense, has the snap in hand. Pressure comes. He fires it to the right side, hits his receiver. Who's going to fumble? He gets blasted by Pfeiffer and fumbles, picked up by McKee. He's going to take it all the way to the house. 20-10, touchdown Lumberjacks. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. The defense said special teams got in on it. They won a piece, too. They scoop and score by McKee on the forced fumble by Pfeiffer as he just blasts the running back. Boom! The ball comes flying out. McKee picks it up, and he's going to take it to the house. That was a hell of a play by this defense, as we've now got 14 non-offensive points in this first half. 14 non-offensive points. That's brilliant to see. Gotta love it. And that is actually going to take us into halftime here, as we do have a really big lead in this one. Some we're not completely used to. We've only felt it one time with the Sentinels, so we'll have to get kind of used to it. Now, Arkansas upsets Georgia at a 35-33 final. Georgia first game in the SEC in this season, and they end up losing it. That's going to definitely, I hope maybe that knocks them out of the top 10. I don't know how far they're going to fall after this loss. That's a pretty rough one right there. Other games around the league, Florida State takes Alabama. LSU is beating Ole Miss at halftime. And Houston takes out Texas Tech in their Big 12 opener. A lot of top teams falling right now. But it is early in the season, so by the time the end of the year comes around, who knows what's going to happen with some of these rankings. It's going to be kind of interesting to see how these things play out. Now, Southern Miss would get one more field goal to make it 38-16. So, they're within 22 points. It's not completely out yet, but we've got to keep ourselves on point. Got to keep ourselves motivated. We can't take any plays off, because 22 points is easy to come back from. I mean, I guess it's not easy to come back from, but it's definitely doable, especially with the whole half of football and tackling like you just saw on display on that one. Now, it was a great play on the back end to be able to make the stop. That is definitely a touchdown saving tackle on that play. But we're going to have to kind of step up some points of our defense there, as we've given up 217 passing yards on 18 completions. 18 of 26. 207. That's pretty rough right there. So let's go ahead and jump into it here in the third quarter. 9 minutes to go as Hampton gets hit as he threw that one on a 1st and 10, becomes 2nd and 10. Ben McFoy comes flying through, putting the pressure and causing that incompletion. He's had a pretty decent game with causing pressure. Not very many tackles to show for it, though. So 2nd and 10 from the 41. Hampton has the snap. Clean pocket, fires it to the left side, hits his receiver. Tries to spin around, but nowhere to go as he's put to the turf. 3rd and inches now. So 3rd and inches is going to come out under center. 2 tight ends on the right side of the line. 2 receivers set. Looking over the defense. Sends a man in motion. Has the snap. Hands it off up the middle. Nowhere to go. McFoy comes through with his 2nd tackle right there. That one being a big one behind the line. Making it 4th and 2 now. 38-16 is the score. 22 points. 4th and 2. They drop that one off to the running back. Hampton has him out in open space. Piss poor defense by myself. Poorly played. He gets around us easily, and he's going to walk that one into the end zone. All right, Southern Miss trying to make this thing a game, I see. I don't know if I like that too much. I need them to just roll over and accept what's happening. But apparently they're not, because they're going to go for 2. Try to make this thing a 14-point ball game. Hampton in the shotgun sends his running back out to the flat. In motion. Has the snap in hand now. Pressure comes up the middle. Fires it. He hits a wide open receiver. It's 14-point ball game. That's not what you want to see. That is not what you want to see at all. So here we come back out on offense, facing a 3rd and 3. Roper rolls out to the right. Fires it back across the middle. Hits Kipper wide open to settle down in a zone. He finds him. And that's going to be a good gain on 3rd and 3 down to the 24 to make it 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 Lumberjacks. As we're going to stand in a shotgun, 3 wide set. Trips to the right side. Roper claps his hands, has the snap, hands it off. Daniels up the middle. Hole opens up, and Daniels picks up 8 yards on that one. A good run for him as he's got over the century mark now. Here in the third quarter already with 4.5 minutes remaining. Now it's 2nd and 2, 2 tight ends on the line. Has the snap. It'll be an RPO handoff. Daniels up the middle, and he picks up another good gain. Down to the 7-yard line, and it's going to be 1st and goal. That one about 9 yards on that play. 8 on the last run, 9 yards on the next run. Why not? 1st and goal, Lumberjacks. Roper in the shotgun, 4 wide, has the snap, hands it off. Daniels to the right side, and the Golden Eagles play that one pretty well. Southern Miss seals the holes open, or seals the holes shut, and he's going to get down to a 2nd and goal after he loses about a yard, actually. So now from the 8-yard line, staying in the shotgun, 2 tight end set, 2 receivers. Has the snap, play action, pressure gets there as he throws it, and that one falls incomplete. And it looks like Daniels is going to have to come out and go under the tent. He seems slightly wounded on that play. That's not a good sight to see. Not a sight you want to see at all. So 3rd and goal. Leading by 14, needing to add some more to it because Southern Miss looks like they want to storm back at us. Roper sends a man in motion, has the snap, fires over, hits Kipper, cuts it up the middle, touchdown Lumberjacks. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Looked like the linebacker had him dead to rights, but Kipper said, not today, fellas, as he turns it up the middle, and he takes that one into the end zone. That's going to give us back out to a 21-point lead here, make it 45-24 in the 3rd quarter. Now, keep in mind, we've had 14 points of non-offensive scores. So take those away from us, and you're talking about a totally different ball game here, 31-24, a 1-score game. So after a Southern Miss touchdown, here they come kicking it back off to us. Fleming will take it this time, and he's got space open in front of him. He's got a hole open too. Breaks 2 tackles. Fleming on the foot race. Here he is at the 20, 10, 5, touchdown Lumberjacks. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. A 2nd kick return for touchdown in this one game. Are you kidding me? 21 non-offensive points scored here. That's going to put us right back up by 21 as it gets us here a little bit closer in this. But Jared Fleming, they kicked it to him because they didn't want to kick it to Gainwell. And look at what happened. Both guys can take it to the house if need. So that would extend our lead. And now after forcing a punt, here we come right back at them. Because why not handing that one out to Leo Marshall as he picks up good yardage on that one as we give our guys a break here just a little bit. The game's not in hand, so they're not coming out completely. But Marshall, he's got to get some playing time as well. From the shotgun now, 2nd and inches, 3 receivers left. Has the snap, hands it off up the middle. Big hole opens up, breaking tackles. Marshall fights his way down to the 12-yard line. What a great play on that one. Pick up a 13 yards following his blocks and hitting the hole. So here we come out, 1st and 10 once again. 3 wide set as we have Hoffrichter on the slot left. Marshall and offset in the backfield. Has the snap. Roper fires it over, hits Tramer with the good pass, and it's caught, and he's brought down relatively quickly, but it's still going to be a gain of 6. 2nd catch of the day for Tramer. He's got 31 yards so far tonight. 2nd and 4 for our offense. They're going to try to really seal this one up if we can. 2nd and 4. We send our man in motion. Claiborne settles in. Quick throw over to Marshall. Gets past one guy. Oh, he's not able to get past him. He does go down. Thought he almost broke that tackle there for a second. But that's going to make it 3rd and 3. Now Roper staying in the shotgun, trips to the right side. Kipper wide left by his lonesome. Has the snap. Blitz comes. He stands tough, and he's going to be sacked. Oh, waited too long. Just waited too long on that one. That's going to lead us to a field goal opportunity. 55-31. A 24-point lead here in the 4th quarter. That's a pretty hefty one, to say the least. And that should pretty much seal the deal for us after that field goal. So big-time game for us. And by the end of it, we'll see the game would finish at 62-37. We would both put up touchdowns. They'd go for 2 and fail. So overall, a really well-played game. I liked seeing how we stepped up to it. Now, keep in mind, 21 additional points, right? That's something we got to focus on. That's a 41-37 point victory, essentially. Think of it that way. Within that, at least that's how I think we have to look at it. because of the way the game shaped out. Our defense needs to make, I can't say they need to make plays. We had to scoop and score, but we need to be able to make some more stops, essentially. Now, after that, looking at the impact of recruiting, guys like Warren Teamer still in third. I wish we had more hours. That's just the downside. We don't. Or I wish I could add more NIL. I have the dynasty points. I wish it didn't cap me off with some of these guys at 10. I mean, it's not like I'd go that much beyond. But, if you kind of could maybe seal the deal at that point, it might be worth it. Shaq Bryson has given Baylor a verbal commitment. That hurts. We were really looking to see about Ryzen to help anchor the offensive line some, as best as we could, at least with 2 stars. But you know what? I want to see if there's a way to steal him. I want to see that. I don't know if there is. But technically, you're supposed to have a shot at these guys until they give a hard commit. As long as it's just verbal, you should be able to still give it your best shot. So I figure why not? Jamal Azuma, a defensive tackle, one of our top guys we're trying to look at, trying to bring him in. And if we can, I think this will be a pretty good recruit class for our needs, at least. We got offensive linemen. We got a quarterback we're trying to nail down. The downside, I don't have enough points for a visit, really. I've got enough points to do certain things. But other than that, I have to move stuff around on guys. Now, one thing that does seem easier with recruiting is getting the 3 check marks or whatever for what they value. That seems to go a lot faster than it did previously. So it's one of those, I don't know why that comes through so fast. So like Ryzen, we've only been putting on very limited amount of hours to him just because I don't have that much to spend. But we already know what his 3 are. Normally, at least in 26, you could have send the house on some of these guys, and it would take weeks before you actually ever figured out what they use, or what their 3 official check marks are. I learned after once you had 2 of them to really kind of figure out what it was, or if you had 1 plus you needed what their deal breaker was. You can kind of work the system, but here they just throw those out pretty quick. Normally by these we wouldn't have that information till a lot later. So it's interesting to see how it's working. Still disappointed. Verbal commitment to Baylor's, hoping he would join us, but some of these schools are going to be tough to beat. I'm hoping Stephen F. Austin, we should be able to try to get around him. I was hoping maybe I could offer a little bit more, but yeah, that cap that they put on it, I don't like that. Maybe that's a setting. I don't know if I did that. If it's a setting, let me know. But I think that's a problem. I should be able to hammer home the NIL on some guys, maybe that I do really want to sign, right? I just think I should. My own personal belief. So here we are, just trying to finish up these last little tidbits. Brenham, I know I can't put hours to him, right? But I can add in his NIL. I just want to see what more I can do. Prince Finger, I can have hours. We're still second on him. I don't want to give up on his recruitment just yet, but if I'm not seeing any additional movement, or if we don't move up to first at any point, we may just have to give up the recruiting on him and at least maybe add those points onto somebody else that we need to try to seal the deal, essentially. So hopefully this is all working out. We're moving up in the right spots again with some of these players. So I think we are moving in the right direction as far as the recruiting goes. But now we must jump into the second game of the episode as we take on the Miami of Ohio Redhawks. And they are a MAC team up north. We are the SBC down south. So this should be an interesting one as far as non-conference games go. They are a little bit on the lower side. I'd say they're pretty much more closer to equal to us. I'm hoping in this one, the big thing I want to look for is that our defense can respond after what happened in the last game. We had some great special teams and defensive plays, but we need our as far as a fumble recovery for a touchdown, the scoop and score goes, but we need an overall solid defensive performance. So speaking of that, let's get to it on the offensive side. As we come in on our opening possession here, facing a 1st and 10 with an incomplete pass over to Claiborne, and that's going to make it 2nd and 10. So 2nd and 10 from the 37-yard line on the plus side of the field here. Roper in the shotgun has a snap, fires it over. He's going to hit Claiborne coming across the field this time, and he finds a connection and picks up about 9.5 of the 10 yards needed. So here we come, 3rd and inches, something we have struggled with against some of the better teams, Texas and North Texas being the primary ones. As we hand that one off to Marshall up the middle, and he's going to pick that one up, and what a quick little run that was needed there as a Redhawk player is down and injured for now. We'll have to go under the blue tent. We'll see if he'll be able to make a return. Marshall coming in, filling in as a pretty good spell option for us. He's not quite our primary guy, but he does a decent job whenever we get him in the game. Should be interesting to see. Maybe we might want to look at getting him more playing time. Now on 1st and 10 with the rollout, Roper's going to find it, and he hits Kipper, and he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Lumberjacks. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Coming all the way across the field with the rollout that gave Taylor Kipper, old TK, the time. And he comes across and just had the space. A good job finding him. And then he just turns it up into the end zone, get to the point, and that was going to give us an early lead here. Now later in the first quarter, 2 minutes remaining, after forcing a punt, we have an opportunity again to extend on this lead. Roper fires over, hits Kipper again. Their connection's starting to get better. They're starting to know each other a little bit more here on this young season. And that can be a dangerous combination. He picks up a good play for a 1st down, gets it all the way down to the 28-yard line. 1st and 10 Lumberjacks now. As we get set up here from the 28, looking to extend this lead. That's something that we have kind of struggled with in games that we've had the lead on. And so we just really want to kind of keep up some momentum. 1st and 10, play action. Roper steps up. He's going to take off and slides down. At about the 21-yard line, he probably could have gotten a few extra yards there, but I'll take the safety and the fact that he keeps playing. I'll take the safe play over that any day of the week, really, because we got a couple more downs to spare if need. So 2nd and 3 from just outside the red zone. We're going to come out here in the shotgun, 4 wide set, trips to the right side. Kipper wide left all by his lonesome. Has the snap. He's going to play action it once more. Fires it to the left side, looking for Hofrichter, but that one gets batted down with the contact made, and that's going to be incomplete, making it 3rd and 3. So here we come, 3rd and 3. Daniels in the backfield, 4 wide, trips to the right once again. Looking over the defense, has the snap, drops off a screen pass for Daniels. He's got blockers set up, space in front, cuts it out to the right, and brought down at the 11-yard line, well enough for the 1st down. And that's going to be 1st and 10 Lumberjacks. Good play call there. And pretty decent blocking. I would have liked to see our linemen get out a little bit better than kind of running into each other like they did. But hey, can't expect perfection, I guess. So 1st and 10 from the shotgun. It's going to be an option keeper by Roper to the right side, and not a whole lot of space for him. Well played by the Redhawk defense, as they will lose a player. Rice for the defense goes down, and he's going to have to be helped off the field. And that will stop play for momentarily. So after that injury and the 1-yard gain there on the option keeper, Roper is going to come set to the line here in a shotgun. Trips to the left side this time. Claiborne wide right all by himself. Has the snap in hand. Fires it over the middle. He's going to hit Kipper again. And that's only going to pick up about 5 yards, but hey, it makes it 3rd and manageable. As the first quarter will come to a close, we have a 3rd and manageable in deep into the red zone. Looking at yardage-wise, we are pretty much dominating. 5 of 6 for 3rd down. They're 0 for 2. But the game's only 7-0. And the fact is, we're not able to take the top off of defenses as much. We need to have a lot more kind of speed on the outside. We just don't have it. So we got to be very careful with the shots that we do decide to take. Now 3rd and 5. Coming out 3 wide. Has the snap in hand. Roper, clean pocket, takes off, but he runs into his lineman. and he is going to be sacked, and that is going to result in a field goal opportunity here. Good coverage by the Redhawk defense, and not a whole lot of space for him to run either. Probably should have taken off maybe a little sooner, and that hole would have been there, but it kind of closed up right as he chose to. So 27-yard field goal opportunity is going to be boot ball right down the middle. And that's going to get this thing to become a 2-score ball game here on the road as we lead 10-0 in Miami. No lead is safe, so we got to keep on our game here into the second quarter. 10 minutes remaining. Miami on offense as they throw that one quickly to the right side, and I feel weird calling them Miami. I'm just going to call them the Redhawks from now on. They are Miami of Ohio, but it just feels odd. So now 2nd and 10 for the Redhawks as they come set to the line here. Clapping from the shotgun, has the snap. Quick throw to the left side this time, and neither way works out for him. Left or right, that's just not going to work. Looking for Devin Hyatt that time and unable to make connection there. As he comes through now with a 3rd and 10. Looking over the defense, 4 wide set here. Redhawks have the snap. In a clean pocket, no pressure, throws it to the left, gets past one tackler, but not the next. I don't know what he was doing. He had forever on that one. That does force a punt, so here we come back following the punt. At the 24-yard line, Roper stops, fires it over to the left himself, and that one's a no-go, looking for Tramer on the left flat. No-go there as they knock that one away. Offense kind of sputtering here this game, needing to be a little bit more effective. Can't rely on defense and special teams to put up 21 points every game. 2nd and 10. Claiborne goes in motion. Jet sweep to him, or not. It was, I guess, a forward pass technically. Looks more like it should be more a sweep play than a little quick pass thing. So now 3rd and 10. Going to be 3 wide, leading 10-0. Daniels in the backfield, has the snap, fires that one over, hits Daniels, but he's going to be brought down quickly after only a 5-yard gain. That's going to make it 4th and 5. And it looks like we're going to keep our offense out there on the field as we are 4th and 5 from the 19-yard line. Roper in the shotgun, has the snap. Clean pocket, fires over, hits Hofrichter, and he's going to be brought down at the 8-yard line. A good gain there. On 4th and 5, he picks up about 8, and that's going to get us a brand new set of down. 1st and 10 here for this Lumberjack offense on the move. Roper staying in the shotgun. Claps his hands. Has the snap. Draw play to Daniels. Nowhere really to run. They brought the proper run blitz call on that one and are able to stuff him. He's going to get no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal from the 8. Now going 4 wide, trips to the right side. Here, Roper in the shotgun. Daniels offset to his right. Has the snap, hands it to Daniels. Gets past one tackler, but not the second. And he picks up 4 yards. He's got 30 yards on 9 carries so far this afternoon. Not the greatest you want to see, but, it's acceptable. Just 3 1/3 yards of offense. So 3rd and goal, approaching the 2-minute mark. Roper has the snap. Blitz comes, fires it over, hits Tramer, and he's going to make the catch. Touchdown, Lumberjacks. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. And that's going to make us a 17-0 lead here in the second quarter. The throw under pressure. Defenders in his face. And then Tramer with the catch, with a defender draped all over him. It's great to see playmakers making plays. As he fired that one up, little lame duck a little bit, but perfect body positioning and a great catch on that one, as that'll take us into halftime with a 17-0 lead here on the road. Defense is playing possessed, I tell you. After last game, giving up so many points and really being saved by the fact that there was a scoop and score plus 2 kick returns. It's been kind of impressive. Shocking around the nation as number 5 Notre Dame goes into half trailing 17-0 to 1-2 Purdue. Notre Dame on the road, they look to be struggling, to say the least. LSU's beating A&M at the half. Iowa beats Michigan 35-31. A shocker in the Big Ten, to say the least. Taylor Kipper's performance at half, 7 targets, 6 catches, 63 yards, and a touchdown. He is going to be a player to watch for the remainder of this one. we'll see what kind of performance he can finish off here. So we're going to come out in the start of the second half on the defensive side. See if our defense can maintain the scoreless momentum that they've had going so far. 1st and 10, run for a loss of 1. Pfeiffer comes up with a good stop, his second tackle for a loss in this game so far. And that's going to be 2nd and 11. They've got the snap once more. Pressure comes, rolls out to his left, fires it late, and he's going to make the catch, but only gets 2 yards. Yakimelli does get blasted on that one by the defense, and it's a shock he was able to hold on to it. It's now 3rd and 8. Has the snap. Pressure comes up the middle. Nowhere to go, and he's going to be brought down. Ben McFoy with the sack on that one. Just a one-on-one against the guard, and he manhandles him. Bull rushes right past him, and that's going to be a sack force it a 4th and long. Ben McFoy comes up with a big play there. He's had some up and down performances for us for sure, but I think he's still a pretty solid defensive tackle. Now here we are later in the third quarter, 8.5 minutes remaining in the third, 1st and 10. Claiborne in motion, handoff Daniels going right side, stiff arms one tackler, and brought down for just a 1-yard gain. He's got 55 yards on 13 carries. Kind of a lower performance type of day for him so far. So 2nd and 9. Here we come out in a shotgun. Claiborne goes in motion once again. Has the snap by Roper. Fires it over the middle, hits Claiborne wide open with speed coming across the middle there, all the way down to about the 17-yard line. Claiborne's going to pick up a good catch and a 1st down. He's got 37 yards on 4 catches so far this afternoon. So 1st and 10, Lumberjacks coming to the line with the shotgun. 3 receivers left. Has the snap, hands off going right. Daniels space open in front of him. Tries to get past the tackler, but well played by the Redhawk defender to bring him down after a good gain. It's now 1st and goal from the 7. Here we come, set to the line, trips to the right side. Kipper wide left by his lonesome. Has the snap, hands off Daniels up the middle. Well played by the defense. Not a whole lot of space for him. They have made things pretty tough for him so far today. It's been a little slugfest on the ground, to say the least. Leading 17-0, we face a 2nd and goal from 6 yards out, trying to increase this lead. We already got it at a 3-score ball game, but let's try to make it just a larger 3-score ball game. That's all I'm saying. As he sends Daniels out to the right side in motion, Roper's got the snap. Blitz comes. He nowhere to go with it. Everybody well covered. And he at least gets rid of it as contact is made. Thankfully, it's not a turnover. Instead, it's just an incompletion. Now 3rd and goal, 3 wide. Hofrichter slot left, goes in motion across the formation. Roper's got the snap in hand. Blitz comes again, fires it up, looking for Hofrichter, and that one's going to be knocked away. It was in and out of his hands in the end zone, and that's going to bring Vokalek onto the field to try a short 23-yard field goal to try to make this thing a 20-0 ball game, requiring 3 touchdowns to make anything happen. All right, 20-0 it is, folks. And in all honesty, I don't think this is going to get any better for the Redhawks. And in reality, it wouldn't. We would put up 10 more points there in the 4th quarter, some garbage time stuff, and win 30-0. A big-time win. Guys, but the big thing here, that's 2 wins in a row. 2 wins in a row. We're 1 away from a winning streak, folks. 1 win away from a winning streak. Keep that in mind. But we are on the plus side of 500, 3-2 so far in this season. Still young, got a lot of football left, so definitely hit that subscribe button if you have not hit it already to join us for the rest of the ride that we are here with Stephen F. Austin and the Lumberjacks. And give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. If you enjoy all the videos about how EA sucks for putting microtransactions in, which is annoying, I think it's useless. I've never been a pay-to-win kind of guy, never been a pay-to-win kind of player. If that's your deal, more power to you. I don't really care. I think it is shitty that they did it, but hey, that's EA for you. What do you expect? And then also hit that bell icon to be notified of all the uploads that we do here at Champ & Sons, whether it's college football, Major League Baseball, professional golf, anything we got going on the channel, hit that bell icon so you can be notified of all the uploads that we do have happening here. And guys, I will see y'all in the next episode where we're going to take on a good Nevada team and try to get into the winning streak realm. Possibly the first winning streak of the series. Let's see how it goes. I hope to join y'all then. So as always, everybody stay safe. And well, y'all know how it goes from here, right? Later, y'all.